Oh, hi there. Hey, Avani, look who it is.
When did they get here?
I don't know, but while you're here, let's talk about dinosaurs. So we've been digging up dinosaurs for, how old are you now?
8 years?
So 8 years digging up fossils. We found a Triceratops this summer and we built the skull. It's in the garage. I'll show it to you later, but first, I want to show you a few fossils. Like this, one of my favorite fossils we've collected. Can you guess what that is? Here, Bunny, you can hold that. It is a
T-Rex tooth.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. So when we talk about dinosaur teeth, can you see there? When we talk about dinosaur teeth, you can learn a lot from them. Like, for example, this tooth, little tusk on my daughter, you can see the edge of it has a bumpy serrated edge. And what's interesting is this serrated feature for cutting like a knife blade or a saw blade has evolved in other organisms as well, like Megalodon. Megalodon also has a very sharp serrated tooth. Now these are obviously what?
I want them to guess first.
Well, go ahead, guess real quick.
Can you guess what this eats? If you said meat, then you're correct. This one, meat. What about this one?
Now this is from a very recent animal. They used to walk around here in Los Angeles and we find their bones in La Brea tar pits. It is a woolly mammoth. And look at the flat surface of Avani. What do they eat with these flat teeth? This flat surface here, what do they eat?
Different kinds of plants.
Exactly. So teeth, different teeth, can tell you different things about these animals. Now,
Probably swallowed a couple flies.
what can also tell you a lot are the shapes of their bodies, body parts that give clues to their behavior. For example, what is this?
It's a
Give you a
foot.
hint. It's a foot. Some animals use other body parts to capture animals. This is a foot of an owl. See, it has 1 foot in the bottom and 3 feet up top in the front, very much like a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
3
Now
feet, toes.
3 toes, I'm sorry, 3 toes on this 1 foot. 3 toes in front, 1 toe in the back, much like Tyrannosaurus Rex. And here is one single T-Rex toe. Now what's amazing,
Would this
yes.
be my big toe or my pointer toe?
Well, this is a big toe, but not the big toe.
What about, is it the pointer toe?
They all kind of point forward. So here we have a T-Rex toe. Which one is that one?
That is an ostrich toe.
So we have 2 toes. We have a T-Rex toe. You can hold that one, sweetie.
This is as big as my foot.
I know. And this is an ostrich. Look at the pits. These pits are where muscles would attach. Same shape, same size. What this shows us is that dinosaurs and birds have very similar features. Birds and dinosaurs have the same number of toes. They have claws. And their bones are very similar, hollow bones. Even some ancient dinosaurs, the very latest ones, had feather impressions like Archaeopteryx.
What?
Archaeopteryx.
Oh.
Now let's talk about one of my favorite dinosaurs. This guy right here. You wanna hold that?
I'll hold this rock.
It's not a rock. This is
Is
the
it?
top of a head of a Pachycephalosaur.
It's a big head.
Yep, that's one of my favorite dinosaurs. So this dinosaur, the top of the head's right here, and the brain would touch right there. See that little small pit right there in the middle?
No, it doesn't look like he's very smart.
Well, they had a very small brain, about as big as, I'd say,
A peanut?
like a golf ball. Not very big. Didn't think about much about how to get food, not become food, but they had this much bone, thick bone on top of their head. How about you? Do you have bone on top of your head? Yes. Your skull, but that thin. That's all you need to protect your brain.
That's why it's so hard.
Yes.
Ow.
So with this thick skull, likely use this skull to ram each other, like rams do, and bulls and bison and rhinoceros use their head in the same way. Now what's really amazing, on the back of their skull sits a little basket of horns. And we found one of those. Where'd it go?
I thought baskets were for apples.
Nope, this is a basket of horns. That's a funny one. So you can see these horns sit on the back of this skull. There were two sets, one in the back on both sides, allowing it to crash into other dinosaurs to fight for dominance and territory.
So its head was kind of like a killing thing?
Kind of fighting each other.
They ran their heads into each other.
Yes.
That's very pleasant.
Like rams do, and bison and buffalo and rhinoceros. So the present, what happens to animals today, you can watch animals today and gives you clues to animal behavior in the past. Well, you know, during this time of the pandemic, we have had time to work in our garage, and we are fortunate. We have our health, we have our home. But with that time, we built a Triceratops skull. I want to share it with you. You ready? Go ahead.
Wait, what? Oh.
Help me out. Okay, ready.
This is Georgie.
Okay, we just named it Georgie. So this is our Triceratops skull, Triceratops horridus, discovered in Wyoming. It's about 65 million years old. It's called Triceratops because it has 3 horns, 2 horns above and 1 horn on the nose. There's lots of variability in the horns. For example, I've got one nose horn right here from a different Triceratops. It's a much, much larger nose horn.
Aren't they sharp in real life though?
Well, we don't know. We don't know if the horn was like very long and a single point, 2 points, 3 points, like an antler. We just don't know.
So did it go like that?
That's the art in science, the opportunity for creativity, which I love. So all the drawings you see, like all the different colors and shapes and noises, it's a lot of guessing. We just really don't know. We get the bones, we get a few footprints to look at, and that's about it. The rest we have to sort of guess. So sometimes you can take a fossil, like for example this, and this is the back of the skull of a Triceratops. So if I went behind the skull, this is the part that holds the brain. This is called the occipital condyle. That's where the back of the skull rotates on this, on the neck.
Speaking of brains.
Yes, so we're gonna show you.
This is a mold of a Triceratops brain. So what we think is this is the part that controls the nose. These are the 2 eyes. And the rest, my dad has to tell me.
So this is a cast of the skull. What we did, we had a cast of a real bone, and we poured liquid bronze into it, and that's what made this what's called an endocranial cast. A cast of the brain, the space inside the head where the brain is. The brain itself is gone. Try saying what?
Say endocranial something 3 times fast.
Endocranial cast, endocranial cast, endocranial cast. And this is this brain shape. It has the exact same 12 cranial nerves that you and I have. Like Avani said, here's the nose, the olfactory sense, the optic nerves, pituitary body, and other nerves that help the muscles and organs and so forth.
It kind of looks like a bug.
It does. Can you imagine this? This teeny tiny brain controls a 6-ton animal. This Triceratops behind us. So last thing to talk about is what happened to all of the dinosaurs. What we have here.
That right there happened.
This
naughty little meteorite.
Is a meteorite. The one that killed dinosaurs is much, much bigger than this. The meteorite that killed dinosaurs, probably the same kind, a nickel iron meteorite. Very, very dense metal. Imagine one like this, but maybe, say 10 times bigger than the city of Los Angeles, hitting the earth over 100,000 miles per hour. Now that kind of impact,
big rock.
It would cause instant earthquakes and volcanoes and wildfires everywhere. Huge clouds of dust and smoke would fill the sky. And when the sky is dark and there's no light for weeks, what are the first things to die?
Plants.
When plants die, what dies next?
Plant eaters.
And what happens next?
And the plant eaters are all gone, then the carnivores start dying too. Do you think some carnivore cannibalism started?
That's pretty dark.
Yeah.
Carnivore cannibalism? Maybe. That's the end of our show. Bye, everybody.
Bye.